You got the same face coming in. Y'all, it is Tuesday. It's your girl Candy K. Lynn,
And your boy Shout Time Shout.
and it's time to
Pull up.
guys. You are watching Pull Up the Podcast here on YouTube and Facebook Live. Pull Up the Podcast. We talk sports.
News, hip hop.
We don't talk about people.
Man, we just give you the facts, the
Listen,
real deal news.
We pull up anytime,
Anywhere.
any place. Okay, so thank you for joining us. It is a late episode, but we are here. We're giving you a show. If you don't like it, tap in. Like,
Tap in.
drop some ends. Like, tap in and drop some ends. It has been a long day, but we made it because we needed to talk sports, and there's so much going on. So we're gonna talk NBA Finals. We must talk NBA Finals. We must talk Deshaun Watson. New allegations. Lawsuits continue to grow. Speculations that if you go back and follow us from when this first started, things that we speculated, again, speculations and allegedly, are now coming out in the New York Times of things that we knew led to all of this. Coco Shakari will be joining us in a few minutes. Also, we will talk the mess. Everything on our timeline today has been Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan split. Kevin Samuels is currently trending on social media.
Man passed away.
Yeah, he's still trending. His people just I guess I don't know whether they love him or it's the cult like following that gets us. We're gonna talk a little Martin TV show, and we're gonna talk about a little bit about before you get out of here. We got to talk a little bit about this Monique and DL Hughley situation. So it's a lot to cover. We are going to give you about 40 minutes, y'all. Don't expect an hour, and we're gonna roll out tonight. So to get started, we are talking sports NBA Finals. Golden State tied the series up 1-1 at home Sunday night. And they tied it up in Golden State fashion with Klay Thompson still not being on. Mm-hmm. Still not getting a complete Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Steph Curry connection of high-powered scoring. So what do you think this is saying about this entire series at this point, tied 1-1 coming out of Golden State?
I don't know. We go back to Boston. Boston should play better. We just when I say we gotta watch again as a gambler, you just gotta watch to see, look at the numbers. I feel I don't. There's a theory, right? I got a friend that got a theory. This is Klay Thompson. This is who he is. You shouldn't expect nothing else. This is what he is after the injury, right? He might give you a game or two big, but other than that, you're not getting consistent play from him. That's a theory. Am I saying I agree with that theory? I'm not disagreeing, but from what the series have shown, you haven't got 4 Clays. Like you haven't gotten 4 good Clays in the series yet. You've gotten great Clays.
This is also not being a Klay. Klay wasn't back the whole season this season. But I get what you're saying with the theory, but right. So when we're thinking about it from a medical perspective, we're thinking about it from just our body, our groove of our jobs, right? Mm-hmm. Klay hasn't played a whole season. Played a whole season. This is his first final in 30 months. He hasn't played a complete season in over 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. I expect this from Klay. I do not expect to see it in its rhythm. I think it's nerve. And most of all, what people don't understand, when you come back from injury, if you've never been injured, it's the whole thought of re-injury. No matter how much you don't want to be, you are in your head so crazy. Like, and that's just the reality. He plays basketball at such a high level. The Achilles injuries, like 2 back-to-backs, that stuff is mentally draining. And I think that's where Klay is knocking now. Klay.
Yeah. And that's not knocking him. It's just saying that was a theory. But as a whole, like I say, Boston will play better. Marcus Smart didn't have one of his better games. Unless injury report comes out another, hopefully he'll be fine. But I feel like it's going to be a good series. I heard some people say 6. Unless Golden State wins game 2, it's going 7.
You mean 3?
I mean game 3. Yeah, game 3. Of course, it's 1-1. If Golden State wins game 3, then it has the possibility to go 7. But if not, it could be trouble. Either way, it could be trouble. Either way, it's a young team who's been to the Eastern Conference Finals 3 times and lost. You know what I'm saying? They finally took themselves over that stride. They were bad at the beginning of the year. They were bad, right? Young coach, and they're putting it all together. So, but the Warriors are the Warriors, right? The Warriors are the Warriors. They have 2 great games in a row, and they might have you. You know what I'm saying? They might have you under their wheel. Like Memphis got a good game, right? Dallas got a good game, right? It's just that, you know.
It depends on when they click.
Mm-hmm.
And they're still, right? So remember, Golden State is still getting Iggy back off injury, right? So I'm seeing a lot of Steve Kerr rotation shifts because they weren't in that last series. Peyton wasn't in that last series. Porter was hurt, got hurt also. You got 3 players that are also coming back in that rotation as he's trying to figure out the best rotation at this point to beat a young Boston team. What do you need to beat them consistently? And you got to beat them 3 more times overall, which we know could be hard for Golden State. So I agree with you. I've said from the beginning Golden State in 6, but this series is not going to be an easy win for anyone. Because
that's why I feel like Steve Kerr is a great coach. And yeah, he had more adjusted core, but the core has changed. And he's worked with the change. And he's grown through the change. Like having Kevin Durant on the just in hindsight now, being back in the finals, having Kevin Durant on the team with 3 Hall of Famers, I say that 3 Hall of Famers.
Agree.
And a temperamental grown man. For somebody with feelings and emotions and expresses them, a temperamental grown man, and you make that work. And barring him not getting injured, barring all 3 of them not being some kind of injured, you win 3 ships with him. How are you not a great coach?
I agree.
Like when we talk Steve Kerr,
it's about
even there was a point in the series he put in a lineup. It was Kuminga. It was people who did not
that they play. Came back in the Dallas series. Yeah, that they led the charge in a comeback. What was it? The Dallas series?
I mean, they played in mid block like you're right. Yeah, that's not a normal rotation. You had to make that rotation work.
Right. So and when you see your rotation is working, he's willing to leave it in and try. And I think that being under the tutelage of a Phil Jackson does teach you those things, right? And I'm very big on studying coaches. If you look behind me, I got a coach itself with Wooten and Calipari. Like, I think I do see that in Steve Kerr because the biggest thing is managing ego. And the thing that you have to give for this Golden State team, which is the fact that, you know, Draymond says they don't hang out anymore. They're dads now, right? Mm-hmm. This is a team where you've got 3 players that were drafted by this organization that have found a way to make it work and stay together. Mm-hmm. Right? Because when the Kevin Durant ship sailed, everybody could have said, okay, boom. Clay is hurt. We don't know what we're going to do. We take off. They believe in the system and they believe in the organization. And so I think those things really play a large part and matter when you're building dynasties, when you're building teams that are hard to destroy. And you know, when you see them in the finals, you got to show up ready.
You got to come to play.
You got to show up ready to go. So I feel like that's
Boston showed you game 1 they came to play.
They did.
They didn't come to play. They were serious.
And I felt like the thing about Boston is they're a defense-based team. Since they had that shift early in the season, they've decided that they're going to play defense. They know that is the pivotal point that gets them to the championship. And in that process, I feel like Golden State sometimes managed clock, right? When they go up, I don't feel like they put their foot on the gas and accelerate all the time. So I feel like that Boston victory was an example of Steve Kerr managing clock instead of accelerating when he had the opportunity to. Because if you beat Boston and they're down 2-0, it's a different ball game for a young team like that doesn't have a LeBron James, right? Because we know that the comebacks are possible, but a team that isn't equipped with a LeBron James doesn't do that. So I think those are things you have to think about when you think about managing clock, as you said, lineups, playing time, and the fact that Boston they're going to be resilient in coming back. Their biggest key takeaway for tomorrow's night game is going to be, how do we not allow Golden State to have a big third quarter? They outscored them 35-14. You cannot be outscored like that in the third quarter. And that's going to be what they're going to do because they know that's when Golden State turns it up. So if you turn Golden State off and you're able to capitalize on the other end and score, it's a different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we have. We'll catch you guys up next week on where the series is at that point because it'll be about ready to be over. I feel like the days are rolling so fast. So the Deshaun Watson saga that never seems to end, it just keeps going and going and going. It is like a bad drama series on daytime TV. It's like a daytime talk show at this point. It is the Houston
Texans. I heard he had a porn star come over and she dressed in like. Go ahead.
So there are now 66 women that have been tied to him. Allegedly, there's a new article that was released in the New York Times today that states that there are 66 massage therapists that he allegedly was in contact with. And what I said at the beginning, the Houston Texans set up the hotel rooms and provided him with NDAs, non-disclosure agreements. So as I stated in the beginning, this was the situation of he wanted out of Houston. Houston had the dirt. And I don't know how Houston didn't think it was going to come back on them. This is all a bad soap opera at this point. I mean, only on soap operas do people die and come back to life.
So that's what his career doing.
I mean, basically, his career died. He signed. He got guaranteed money. And now it's dying again. Baker Mayfield will definitely be the starting quarterback there next year, whether they like it or not. He will be the starting quarterback because there's no way in hell that the NFL is going to let Deshaun Watson play. And now they have to do damage control because, well, the Washington Commanders never stop with the foolishness. As Jack Del Rio has basically tweeted, why are we investigating January 6th and not talking about the looting and the shooting that took place in the summer of 2020? And so, again, damage control. And now the Houston Texans are allegedly a part of this Deshaun Watson nightmare that's taking place. Like, literally, this is a daytime soap opera. Do you remember
the Browns not worried about that 60? There's no way they didn't know about that before they traded for him.
66. Don't leave 6 off. Okay? 66.
There's no way.
Not 60.
There's no way.
And there's no 24 civil lawsuits, Mr. Shaw.
24. There's no way the Browns traded for him knowing he wasn't going to play. There's no way.
So you feel like you feel like they leaked the story to the Houston? Did you feel like they leaked the story to the New York Times that Houston knew about the situation?
Because there's no way you're signing. There's nowhere you're signing Deshaun Watson to have him on the bench. That's not the way you sell tickets. There is no way you did know that this was coming out. You haven't had him 6 months. I've worked in my job longer than he's been a Brown. Okay, there's no way you didn't know this. It's impossible for you not to have known this. No, I just don't believe it. No, you don't want Baker. You don't want Baker so bad you can't even trade him. Okay, this is Baker. You don't want it, do you? No, nobody wants it. So you got somebody else to upgrade from Baker, and you stuck with him. Now he gonna hold out. Now you're gonna have two quarterbacks.
But there's no holding out, right? Because the NFL they still have the ability to release the suspension, and we understand that, right?
No, I'm talking about Baker. I'm saying Baker gonna hold out.
What is he holding out from? You ain't got no job, and don't nobody want you.
He don't want to play.
Okay, well, the third string quarterback that's sitting on the bench, baby, now is your time to shine. Win, lose, draw. The Browns can't be
no way. No,
the Browns have been bad.
No, bro,
it ain't new.
Bro,
it ain't new.
You're not telling me they did no research. No, hell no.
Listen,
ain't no way in the world. I'm a Batman fan. Batman said, "Know your research. Do your homework." There's no way you telling me there was only 23 before he was traded, right?
I don't even think we were up to. I don't think we weren't up to 24 civil lawsuits. The civil lawsuits are coming in daily, right? But the story that the New York Times released today alleged that there was at least 66 women he's been in contact with, basically letting us know.
What was the original? What did he miss last year for?
He missed last year because he was pending. Houston was trying to decide whether or not the grand jury.
How many women were trying to go before the grand jury?
It was 20-something then, I do believe.
20-something. You're not telling me publicly, all of us knew 20. privately before you traded for him, 66 came up. Ain't no freaking way. Ain't no way. That's no the whole. If that's the case, the whole organization need to be fired. Whoever manages, he need to give it up to NFL. He need to get bought out, and then they need to give it a whole new regime because you're giving them players no justice. If you didn't do your no, there's no way. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense.
I just think that for me, it's a bad money move. As much as you love Deshaun Watson, until this was clear, Deshaun Watson would have been stuck in Houston if I was management. Mr. Shaw, he would have been stuck in Houston. Mr. Shaw's like, there's no way. So we're going to go ahead and bring Coco Shikari in to join us. We are going to talk a little gossip, Mr. Shaw, and I need you on this segment because we are talking some things that you love. We are talking.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Coco Shikari, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mr. Shaw, you can't hear us? You can't hear us?
I couldn't hear nothing, the thing.
But you can hear us now.
Died.
You didn't hear, I can hear you clearly. Well, we're going to continue. If he hears us, he hears us. If not, unconnect and restart. So, well, welcome to the show. So,
hey.
You look cute, girl.
Thanks.
A little jazzy, a little brightness to the bronzing. I love it.
Thank you. I got to brush my hair today.
I'm glad somebody did. I'm glad somebody got to brush their hair today. Mr. Shaw, can you hear us?
I'm in the building.
Okay, so Coco Shikari is joining us, and you know we must be talking the mess. And we needed a male perspective, Mr. Shaw, because Kevin Samuels is trending. And the reason that he's trending is because, well, Lori Harvey allegedly decided that she didn't want to be serious with Michael B. Jordan. And, baby, the brothers is coming for her.
Future win again.
Future
win again. Future showing all the kings why it pays to be toxic. All that, what they want, that's cap. Future is showing that being a good man don't get you nowhere. Do you brothers get you some money?
No. It depends. It depends because if you guys aren't on the same page, then of course situations like that happen. And in my mind, I'm thinking, what were the conversations before they got together? Was the conversation to make it long term, or was it just for the time being? Like, what was it? What was the agreement?
You think that man was there for just fun? That man was in love. That man put his whole heart into her.
I think.
As a man,
what do you like?
As a man, when you put your whole heart into a woman, and the woman know you have her whole heart, and then she tell you she no longer want to be with you, and then take everything off Instagram, Future was right. Future was right. Her daddy was upset. Look, when a girl daddy go against her, you know she ain't shit. Her spirit ain't right. Her spirit. If your daddy go against you, your spirit ain't right.
I think he was just telling jokes. You know how you tell jokes?
No, I don't think he was telling jokes. I don't think he was telling jokes. He feel bad for that man because he knows his daughter ain't. He know his spirit ain't right.
My theory is that snuggle time winter was over and she ready for hot girl summer, and she just needed to do another hot girl summer. I think that, if he'll take her back, I'm sure she'll take him back. But here's the reality, y'all.
What's the song? Him and Drake? Oh, will you ain't for me? That fellas. Future already told you.
See, guys get their heart broke one time and they want to turn into a villain. Women get their heart broken all day long and they have enough love to keep going and get into the next relationship and try their hardest. Men get their heart broken, all of a sudden you're Future and you have 30 baby mamas just like him, just trying to give it, right?
Now look, this one, I'm just saying, God built y'all to deal with a little bit more. So y'all was built to take the pain and pressure. Y'all take care of kids. Y'all have kids. So it's okay. Y'all can handle a little bit more than we can. So once our heart broke, why are we gonna do this again? Why am I gonna let my heart get broke so I can get my heart broke again? No. Listen, Michael B. Jordan, I know you over there crying. We can watch Naruto, smoke, and cry together, my brother. My heart broke too. We could be heartbroken together. Just learn to let Future, will you ain't for me? Well, hey, come on now. Future. He has taught us a lesson. Women want us to be Russell just so they can treat us like Future. It's not me. Not me. I'm gonna be Future.
Okay, can we talk about the age difference though? Can we talk about that? 25 and 35. Okay, 35 might be a little more settled.
He's 35.
25 is not. Most of the time, 25 is not. That's different. That's different points in life. If you want to date a younger woman who is social media, rappers, everybody's favorite. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. She's out there. Men love her. She's not ready to settle down. She's 25 and 35.
She's not. I mean, so she knew where his heart was. So it's his fault. So
I'm not blaming anybody. I just know, like, I'm just sure. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this like this, so Steve Harvey don't get my show taken down because he seems to get stuff scraped from the internet. But she done learned some stuff from her mama because this ain't her first marriage either. And so at the end, listen. He tell jokes,
right?
I just report the news, right? I just report the news. Go Google her, and you will find out how her mama coming. Which her mother is a beautiful woman as well, and beautiful women are learning what opportunities that they have and what they're able to do. So as you said, she's 25, he's 35. She doesn't really want to be anybody's wife, and she does not want to screw up her figure and have anybody's babies. We were talking about last night, are you 35 and older and used up? He's 35. He wants a kid. So if he doesn't have a kid, he is age. We've watched him grow from The Wire to Creed. Okay? He need a baby at this point. He needs somebody to continue his legacy. Into. Yeah, but I'm sure when she was like, he was taking her on beautiful dates and he was kissing her and making her feel special, she think that means she had to be a wife tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I'm sure she thought she had 5 years.
Fellas, you get that? You hear that? Whether you 21, 41, whatever the case may be toxic. Because at the end of the day, when she done, everybody gonna say it's okay because she wanted to be done. Right? Everybody want a good man. She had a good man and she messed it up. And ain't no woman saying, I see why men don't want to be good men. This is a prime example. Y'all telling me there's an age difference. Or
you could communicate. You guys can talk in the beginning. What do you guys want? What are you guys looking for out of these relationships? Everybody knows right now that they like the side chicks. They like the side guys. Nobody's really into the relationship thing. Well, except me. I'm into the relationship thing. But there's a lot of people who are not.
But he okay. So listen, we're talking about if we're talking from my perspective, if I'm in a relationship and a woman is giving me everything I need, focus on her and her own, right? Fine with that. I'm fine with that. But what this has taught us, women don't want that. Y'all say y'all do. You might be a little different. 85% of the women out here don't want a good man. Because being a good man means you have to change things. That's my statistic. I came up with that. You can debate it. We can figure it out later. We're going to go along, okay? I said it. It's true. Now, listen. So, like I said, if you think about it, a woman, when you want to be good for somebody, when you have a good person, you have to change. Man or woman, right? Man or woman. Do women... And men, they don't. I ain't going. Men don't be wanting to change. I try to be better for women, listen out and understand. But most women don't want to change. They want to be who they are and want you to accept it. They want you to change for the relationship. But they going to be who they are. I am who I am. You knew this when you met me. Boo, boo, period, period, all of that. That's how it be. I'm just telling you.
Well, if you're having
the fact that your mama's agreeing with you, I feel some kind of way.
No,
it is what it is.
Okay, Lori might be a different subject, but on a personal level, if you're having that same experience, it might be the women that you're choosing.
It might be the women that you're choosing. Fellas, just be toxic.
The ones that you're attracting, it might be that.
Fellas, just be toxic. No. Just be toxic.
So I do think that it requires growth, right? We refer to situationship talk from last night's episode. We did discuss the importance of communicating. I think that we do have unrealistic expectations going into a relationship because as a woman, we do. She's 25.
All men don't want that baby mama. Comedy is on the way.
She's 25, and a lot of times I know what I was like at 25. 25-year-old women have a hard time being honest about who they are and understanding, sis, you two got to make changes. You two got to sacrifice. There are so many things you just don't know at 25 unless, I know some people that have been married and they're like, this is my guy, whatever it takes. But a lot of people are not like that. She's an influencer. She has money. She has access to all the powerful men. Those things make a difference when you look at, okay, yeah, I have Michael B. Jordan, right? But other women want Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan is back working. The world is open. He's in NBA Finals commercials. Creed 3, we know is coming. I was about to say Batman. Black Panther 2 is coming. Like, there's a variety of
possibly
things.
his own series on Disney, Killmonger. Possibly.
So we know he's not dead in the movie, right?
No, it don't have to be how they do it. It might be his before he got to Wakanda. They might tell us the.
So we know that Disney requires a lot of time because it takes a lot of time to put these things together. So I think that there were a lot of factors that probably came into place. She's 25. She wants to be on the scene. And I think that's the biggest thing as you step into these situationships, you've got to say as a 25-year-old woman, I came to play. We in here and we doing us. Like unapologetically being honest about where we are in this space. We haven't heard from him. We don't know what he feels about the situation. She did. They're not together. She took his pictures down. Lori Harvey has a quick back.
She scrubbed him from Instagram.
That's what it said.
God.
That's what it said.
Hurt
it was
my
very
feelings.
dramatic.
I cried for him.
Why would she not get married to him? She's 25. I wouldn't advise a 25-year-old woman to get married.
Really?
No.
I'm not even mad at her.
No.
I don't
and the reason, go ahead, Mr. Shaw.
It's there's what I've realized in relationships, because again, I'm coming from I don't know what, broke up, not together, whatever this case may be, but it's money on the line. That's all I care about. But what I've realized is it's not right or wrong in a relationship. Like everybody's at fault because neither one of us are perfect. So you have to find common ground and understand it. She's 25. The fact of the matter is, we don't know if they had a conversation that, hey, 10 years from now, if you haven't found anybody else or anything could possibly, the fact of the matter is, like, it's communication. Because we don't have to leave a relationship unless you was cheating in line. If you just a bald head scalawag and your mama ain't got a spirit, I can't deal with you. But if you had some type of spirit while we was in the relationship, then yeah, we can always try to figure it out, make something work. But me, I know for me, the most important thing for me right now is finding money so I can take care of my babies. Because what's love got to do with? I want to be Frankie Lyman. I don't want to be Frankie Lyman. Frankie Lyman had 3 lives. 3 lives, 3 wives. I don't want to be
right.
Frankie
He
Lyman.
was making up stuff as he went. Right. So,
I don't know if he was making up stuff. I think he was a sociopath, schizophrenic, because he was 3 different men. Okay, and he had 3 different women.
Listen, and don't even get me started on build a man, okay? Because dudes be out here building their whole lives.
I don't want to be.
They be doing it. So to answer the question about 25-year-old, so I'm not get your mama. To answer the question about 25-year-old women get married in this day and age, being that it's, I told you get your mama. Being that.
Oh, just got the girl high girl. Glad she don't watch it. Thank God you don't support. Goddamn, thank God.
So being that in our day and age, women are, Mr. Shaw just said it's getting to the bag. We are in a get to the bag culture. We are traveling. We are no longer a society set up to just survive. We are African Americans progressing at another level, trying to take our business, our careers to the next level. And in the process of doing that, I just don't think if you're chasing your career and he's chasing his career, when are y'all going to be really in love? And I think we have to look at that. We have to go through literally kissing frogs to find a prince. It's taking time. So for professional women, I'm sure she has her own lines and her brands. There's things she's doing. She's not going to stop and follow him. And a lot of women have to understand that our careers require sacrifice. Are you going to give up your career and your dreams to follow a man? Because I can promise you he's probably not giving up his.
Mm-hmm. Well, and the reason that right there, that's the reason why I would never tell a woman, give up your... I truly believe that when it comes to, if you're in the industry setting, this is just my perspective. From here on out in my life, from Either if I'm going to be doing comedy or just creating content full time, because there's people like Mark Phillips that don't do stand up. He just create content. Anyway, I'm gonna be honest with a girl. Like, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. No, I don't want to be in a relationship with you because I want to be able to be free and do what I want. Right now, if I can find a woman that's gonna be a good woman and we can have a baby together, that's cool. Right? We can have babies together and we gonna be. But I don't want to take nobody from their career.
Can you check your mama's phone, please?
She's chasing that. Hey, let her do her thing, man. I got nothing to say, y'all. I got nothing to say. I want my baby mama. I want my baby mama. That's the problem.
Please don't.
I feel like right now, because everybody has a hustle or is chasing the bag, quote unquote, I feel like it should become even more normalized about both of you guys being dream chasers and not one or the other having to choose a relationship or a career.
But who's gonna manage the house? Who's gonna raise the kids? And I think this idea that we can have it all, and I think that as Black women we can have it all. We necessarily can't have it all at one time. Mm-hmm. And I just say that as Mr. Shaw and I have talked about it, like, especially for you going in this industry, like literally I am like sending email invites in my day-to-day life at this point. Like, when are you leaving? When are you coming back? What's your availability? When are we gonna go on vacation? Okay, we're not gonna go on vacation this year. Okay, well, we gotta plan vacation for 2023. Like, when are we going home? Where's Thanksgiving? What are we doing for Christmas? Like, now. Other than that, there's no, like, we're like thieves in the night passing through the house. So everybody, it's
time.
Yeah,
I need to see you. I need to see you at least twice. Coco, how often when you're in a relationship do you feel like you need to see your man?
I used to be like a clingy type of person, so it was like daily. But now, not.
Is twice a month okay for you?
What? More than that. Twice a month? Okay, well, depending. Okay, if it's twice a month, like what's the time span? Is it just like a 1 day thing, or is it like a week at a time, 2 weeks at a time? Like what is it?
No, it's twice a month. It's 31 days a month. You get twice.
Oh no, more time.
Yeah. Okay, so if you are the reporter, right? Let's just scenario based, hypothetical, as we're talking to young 25-year-old women, because this is the age group we need to tap into, right? We share these conversations and this advice. You're the hottest ticket, right? On the market right now, and you are working, let's say TMZ LA. Okay, he lives in Texas. How often do you think you come into Texas in a month?
That probably won't work.
That's the business.
Yeah.
So somebody is going to have to sacrifice until your careers get where you need them to be. And even once your careers get where they need to be, there's still a lot of planning and sacrifice, and someone has to move. In order to stay together, somebody has to pick up and relocate. Somebody has to decide, okay, I'm a tiptoe in the water. Right now, I'm tiptoeing in the water. But when we get out here full throttle, the conversation has already been had that, are we going to sink or are we going to swim?
Sink or swim.
Because some days,
some days,
just personally, he's gone Thursday to, I don't know if I'm coming back Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. I won't know till the game is over. So you can't be, so he can come on the weekends. Well, not if she's dating a guy that does sports. He covers sports. He's not available on the weekends. NFL football is 17 seasons without the playoffs. College football.
17 seasons.
17 weeks.
Slow down.
17 weeks.
17
weeks. And then there's college football. So it's a
lot of gambling, baby.
And I just tell young people.
Are you a gambler?
No.
You're not? Okay, well, look, it's this app called Underdog Fantasy. You go download it, right? I'm going to send you the link. I get an extra $10 because I need it. I'm almost tapped out. I just need people to go put the money in.
Okay.
I'm just joking.
If we don't get a gambling deal at some point, please, gamblers.
They ain't got no choice.
You can sponsor our show because
Underdog Fantasy. Holla at us.
Yeah,
Underdog
like,
Fantasy, holla at us.
he's always like throwing it out here.
Straight up. I want I want money. Like, you know, they usually say fat people want food. I want money. Give me some bread. Come on now. Like, branding deals where it said affiliate marketing. We can talk about that. Like,
okay, we're off topic though. See, OT.
Nah,
we
talking about building brands. We talking about
yeah, but you went into the affiliate market.
Cause that's why I don't want to hear nobody tell me they too busy. I got 75 lanes I'm trying to fill in. Don't tell me you too busy. I'm trying to tell jokes. I'm doing podcasts. I'm trying to set up other podcasts. I'm gambling. I'm gambling on multiple apps. Not just one.
So you know Michael B. Jordan ain't got. You know Michael B. Jordan ain't really got time to be nobody's boyfriend. Mr. Shaw just told you in theory.
He got a whole Naruto. His Naruto clothing line is way out of my budget. It is $300 just for a headband. I say, damn, Michael.
Like the headbands you used to wear in high school where your little ears was poking out?
Now, like the ninja headbands, like something that ain't more than $20 costs $300. I said, yeah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. No.
So the hustle gets real, y'all. The hustle gets real. Yeah. I'm not mad at Lori Harvey.
Me neither.
Everybody got to do what's best for them, and it's better to walk away than to hold on to somebody that could be finding the person who can be what he needs them to be. And that's what we have to do. You know, I respect that they called it quits. They called it quits before they dragged each other and broke each other. They can move on, you know, amicably at this point and move forward. So, you know, cheers to them, y'all. And because of Lori Harvey, Kevin Samuels is trending, and let the man rest at this point.
Let him rest.
Yeah, let him rest. And so the last thing that I wanted to talk about today, y'all, they are finally getting around to doing a Martin special, and they are going to pay tribute to Tommy. So with that is, I haven't watched the trailer because I need to, like, I don't like to wait and be like anticipating, like, when am I get to see this? And then I forget to watch it anyway. So I waited, but I did want to share for a new generation. What is you guys' favorite Martin episode? And Mr. Shaw, I know you like have watched them all 50,000 times and can quote them. So tell us your favorite Martin episode.
With the dog. Sit. Tommy over there laughing in the corner, trying to have the laugh over, talking about that CD player. I'm still trying to figure out, man, they better not be walking CD players. Better not be no whole check. More better not spend no check on no woman. I'll spend my whole and then let me tell you something. Martin is one of my favorite comedians all the time, but it ain't nowhere in the world nobody was that rude. And look at my seat. Come on, man, you got a CD player. Sit down. Nowhere in the world. You had to have friends like Tommy and Cole. Because Martin would have, bro, you told him about that CD player 3 times. Don't say nothing about that cheap ass CD player. Everybody in the hood got one of them. Sit your ass down. I would have loved to be Martin friend. That's why I love comedy. I want to be Martin.
So, Mr. Shaw, but that's not your favorite episode.
It's probably, yeah, it is. That or them fighting the little animal.
What do you always say? The only way you go to the games is you and what?
Me, Simon in the Sky Box. That's my shit. Hey, you right, Martin. Me, Simon in the Sky Box. Every time. That's gonna get me every time. That one right there. Yep. Because Martin was so heartbroken we could get back that Sky Box. Listen, and I'm done. I ain't gonna say nothing else. Girl gonna tell me she gonna take me to the game. If we're not sitting in the skybox, baby, don't do it. Or sit a little closer down. Unless you're, I ain't trying to be a little sedated with that. Just, don't do me like that. Don't put me in the nosebleed. Don't put me in the nosebleed. Simon in the skybox. That's my shit right there, boy.
Coco, what is yours? What is your favorite Martin episode? They're bringing them in now. They said the Tommy Hearns, where Tommy Hearns worked him in the ring, and then they said the Jodeci episode. So what is yours?
I think my favorite episode was the one with Biggie. When Biggie came in and Pam and Gina was going back and forth, singing, getting up there. Yeah, I think that was like my favorite one. They were popping up everywhere, just singing anything. I thought that was hilarious. And I didn't even know that Pam could sing. That was the first episode that I knew that she could actually like hit a few notes, get a few notes in there.
So for me growing up, I hated Martin. Martin, and I love the show, but I hated Martin. Like I understand now how important it is to build a character that people either love or hate. So for us that do script development, it is very important to build these characters that we can watch Martin and Gina from the beginning to how things close out when we don't necessarily do what we need to do and jobs. And I think it's a story that speaks to that 20 to 30 year age group of transition. Like, it doesn't matter that this isn't the 90s anymore. Martin is still comical. It's still, lighthearted. There's things that we can all remember. Tommy didn't have no job. Bruh man was from the fifth floor. Like, not my mama bird.
Man from upstairs, fifth floor.
Fifth floor.
Martin over here counting. Fifth floor, bro, man. Fifth floor.
Yeah, coming in through the window, right? Coming through the window. So it's just so much that I can. Too. Yeah, it's like the whole art of comedy into an evening sitcom time slot was brilliant. And at that time when they were making that, they didn't think it was going to be legendary. But my grandma and I was like, who wants to hang around somebody that's that rude? But it's the arc of the story. It's the fact that Martin was a character that people loved. They loved him. I hated his rudeness, but it was a great storyline. Him and Gina and the back and forth. It showed Black women progressing and working at that time. People didn't see that either. I ain't worried about Gina making more money than me, And then when his teacher came to town, and it's a lot of different shows that I can reference back. The Tommy Hearns episode where he got the brakes beat off him. Like, it's just like some of these celebrity boxing matches that you'd be like, why you want to do that? We already seen Martin.
I got a call from Sugar. He called you to get hit, man.
Or when he went off to the court.
3 rounds from Sunday. Oh, the brother Sunflower. A man who sleeps on the floor can never fall off the couch. Cole over there thinking he's spotting some deep shit. Cole was a great actor, man.
R.I.P. Cole and Big Shirley.
Tommy never had a job after that.
I mean, did you need a job? He was legendary and iconic at that point.
He was. But Pam be working. Look, Pam done had 2 iconic, maybe 3 iconic TV shows on TV since then. Right?
Because
everybody hates Chris. Yeah. And everybody hates Chris. Like, Pam.
Love that.
Pam dope. Like, super dope.
So, y'all,
Gina got to.
Well, she started out acting. She's been working since she was like 3 or 4 years old. So,
but my wife and kids probably it might be, people won't think of it like that, but it was pressure for its time. It was on ABC. For a Black show to do good before Blackish, that was the first Black show doing good on ABC. The Black shows don't do good on ABC. I don't know why, but it's rare.
Because they don't ask for them. They don't, till Shonda Rhimes showed up.
Yeah.
It's about what we can do in prime time. And Martin is a reminder of what we can do in prime time. As you said, Blackish is a reminder. So for Black TV, we're proud. And most of us will be watching the tribute. Y'all, any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight? We even got drama, sports, a little feel good with Martin, revisits. Anything y'all want to share? Any places you are? Anything you need to plug? Now is the time to plug it. Tell the people where to find you, what they need from you.
Everybody that's tuning in, remember to tune in to National Black Film Festival happening in Houston. I'm the publicist for the event, so it's gonna be real live. It's gonna be exciting. I also have to host a few of the segments and stuff, so you guys will see me out there doing my thing too. And I hope everybody loves it.
Yeah, proud of you. Mr. Shaw, any comedy shows coming up? Any events?
No, I am not booked for nothing right now, but I consistently working. Go follow me on TikTok, Cliff Shaw Jr. Everything Cliff Shaw Jr. now. Since TikTok went up nothing, Shawtown Shaw still my stage name, but Cliff Shaw Jr. I want everybody to know my real name. So just go follow me. We working. We trying to come up with so many things that we can take a break. No, we don't want to take a break. I want to have so many things going on. I got money going everywhere. I want money to be flowing while I'm sleeping.
So listen, guys, with that, we do have some announcements coming up. So you do have to stay tuned to pull up the podcast to catch some of those. There are some events hopefully coming soon. Dallas, Texas way, home, Triple D that, our city, from outside the city, because we from the hill. I don't want nobody to get confused, because when I get on, I don't want y'all talking about I ain't from Oak Cliff, because I'm not. I just had to put that disclaimer out there so that nobody has a problem. But we thank you guys for being supporters. We thank you for following. We thank you for listening. Y'all, you are watching Pull Up the Podcast on Facebook and YouTube. This is your girl, Candy K. Lynn.
I'm Coco Shakari.
And your boy Shawtown Shaw.
And until next week, we out.
Bye.